Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture of Control Systems. My name is Kitty Tripathi and I am Faculty of Electrical Engineering Department in BBD NIIT Lucknow. We were studying unit number 4 of Control System with AKTU code KEE502 which is Frequency Response Analysis. ठीक है. In the previous lecture what we have discussed were the specifications of frequency domain analysis. Let's quickly go through it and then we will introduce our plotting. Okay. So, what we have studied till now is any system can be represented in entire frequency domain by the help of graphical approach called as frequency domain analysis. In this analysis, there is a term, word analysis. So, we have to analyze something. What are we analyzing? About the stability of the system, as well as we determine certain specifications in this frequency domain as we have done for time domain. What were these specifications known as here? These specifications were maximum magnitude of the system which was called as resonating peak magnitude or resonating peak. The frequency at which this resonating peak occurred, that is called as resonating frequency omega r. Third was the bandwidth of the system. Bandwidth of the system के लिए क्या बोला, जब magnitude की value beginning value से यानी base guided value which is mod magnitude is equal to 1 from that value to 1 by root 2, correct? That entire range के बीच में जितनी भी frequencies cover हो रही हैं, that frequency is called as the bandwidth. We have determined the expression as well. ठीक है. एक term था cut off rate. Cut off rate क्या term बोला था हम लोगों ने, और cut off फ्रीक्वेंसी. कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी का वही मतलब था जब मैग्नीट्यूड 1 बाई रूट 2 हो जाए जिस फ्रीक्वेंसी पर हो रहा है उस, क्योंकि बैंडविड्थ की अपर वैल्यू ही तो हमारी कट ऑफ वैल्यू होती है एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी. तो बेसिकली हम लोग कहते हैं जीरो, जो बेसिक मैग्नीट्यूड जब हमारा 0 dB है वहाँ से लेकर जब हम मैग्नीट्यूड इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई रूट 2 कर रहे हैं, उस टोटल रेंज में जितनी फ्रीक्वेंसीज आ रही हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड एज हमारा बैंडविड्थ. ठीक है. एंड व्हाट इज द अपर लिमिट वेयर द मैग्नीट्यूड इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई रूट 2 एंड when is magnitude 1 by root 2 at any frequency, what will be that frequency called as? That frequency will be called as cut off frequency, जिसके एक्सप्रेशन हम लोगों ने प्रीवियस लेक्चर में देखा था. Now what if we have determined cut off frequency? We can determine cut off rate as well. What is cut off rate? The slope of the graph at the frequency called as cut off frequency. And lastly, we have only touched the term called as gain margin and phase margin. हमने touched word इसलिए use किया है क्योंकि we have only gone through what is the definition or what is the meaning of the term gain margin and phase margin. How we are going to determine that we will be dealing throughout the unit. ठीक है. What was gain margin and phase margin? Gain margin was the additional amount of magnitude beyond which the system will reach to the verge of अनस्टेबिलिटी. ठीक है. मतलब गेन मार्जिन को हमने बोला था वो मैग्नीट्यूड जब सिस्टम 1 अपॉन मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ अ सिस्टम एट अ फ्रीक्वेंसी कॉल्ड एज फेज क्रॉसओवर फ्रीक्वेंसी. ठीक है. व्हाट वाज फेज क्रॉसओवर फ्रीक्वेंसी? जब फेज ने अपने वैल्यू को क्रॉस ओवर किया. व्हाट वाज द वैल्यू? -180 डिग्री. सो व्हेन फेज एंगल बिकम्स -180 डिग्री, दैट फ्रीक्वेंसी इज कॉल्ड एज फेज क्रॉसओवर फ्रीक्वेंसी. And at that frequency, if we determine the magnitude and take 1 upon magnitude, that term is called as gain margin. This we have discussed in previous lecture. Second was phase margin. What was phase margin? 180 degree plus phase angle at a frequency called as gain crossover frequency. What was gain crossover frequency then? Gain crossover का मतलब ये ना, gain की value को crossover किया. What is the gain की value? When magnitude becomes equal to 1. So जब मैग्नीट्यूड इक्वल टू 1 हो जाए, जिस फ्रीक्वेंसी पर 1 हो रहा है, दैट फ्रीक्वेंसी इज कॉल्ड एज गेन क्रॉसओवर फ्रीक्वेंसी. उस गेन क्रॉसओवर फ्रीक्वेंसी से हम क्या कर रहे हैं? एंगल निकाल रहे हैं. उसी एंगल को 180 के साथ ऐड कर दें तो जो वैल्यू आ रही है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फेज मार्जिन. वेन एवर दीज टू वैल्यूज बिकम पॉजिटिव देन एंड ओनली देन द सिस्टम बिकम्स स्टेबल. आइदर ऑफ देम इज नेगेटिव, सिस्टम बिकम्स अनस्टेबल. What if 0? What if phase angle becomes 0? System is called as marginally stable. We will be dealing it in plots. Now let's begin with how do we exactly draw these plots. how do we represent any transfer function in frequency, entire frequency domain? So let's begin with the basic plot first. The most basic plot is polar plot for the frequency domain analysis. Frequency domain में देखा जाए तो हम लोग कर क्या रहे हैं, मैग्नीट्यूड और फेज एंगल इनको एनालाइज कर रहे हैं इन इंटायर फ्रीक्वेंसी रेंज, और इन्हीं से दो टर्म निकाल रहे हैं, गेन मार्जिन और फेज मार्जिन, जिससे हम स्टेबिलिटी के बारे में डिफाइन कर रहे हैं सिस्टम की. ठीक है. So when we are talking about magnitude and phase angle, what is this exactly called as? Phasor representation, right? Na? This is only called as phasor representation when we represent anything with respect to magnitude and angle, and this is only called as polar representation, and hence the name polar plot. So in what do we do in polar plot? We draw graph between magnitude and phase angle with respect to frequency. When the frequency varies from entire range from 0 to infinity, correct? ठीक है. So we have to basically draw phase angles with respect to frequency along with magnitude with respect to frequency. Now the interesting thing is we are going to draw both magnitude versus frequency, phase angle versus frequency on one graph only, and that will be representation of polar plot. ठीक है. Now before beginning, see here there is a circular kind of representation and there are certain lines drawn over it. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर हम पोलर फॉर्म को अगर समझने की कोशिश करते हैं तो हम लोग आर थीटा लिखते हैं ना, विच इज मैग्नीट्यूड एंड एंगल, और आर को ही लिखते हैं रूट अंडर, अगर कॉम्प्लेक्स एंटिटी है तो एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर. वी नो हाउ टू represent a rectangular coordinate into polar coordinate, and we are getting rectangular coordinate how? By substituting s is equal to j omega in any transfer function for analysis. ठीक है. So see here there are two terms, this radial length and this angle, magnitude as well as angle. ठीक है. तो पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव एंगल का एक टर्मिनोलॉजी है, लेट अस डिस्कस हियर फर्स्ट. तो पोलर प्लॉट में व्हाट डू वी डू, वी टेक फेज एंगल्स मेजरिंग नेगेटिव वाइज. मतलब हम लोग नॉर्मली क्या करते हैं, एंगल्स को मेजर करने के लिए एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन का यूज करते हैं. तो यहाँ पर जब हमें कोई चीज़ पॉजिटिव में कैलकुलेट करनी होती है, वी मेजर इट इन काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन, नॉर्मली काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. तो यहाँ पर क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग, फेज एंगल्स इसीलिए हमेशा माइनस माइनस के एनोटेशन पर लिख रहे हैं. इफ वी आर टेकिंग अ काउंटर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन मेजरमेंट, वी टेक एंगल बेस एज माइनस. We don't write 180 degree here, we write minus 180 degree here. We don't write 90 degree here, we use minus 90 here, we use minus 270 degree here. ठीक है. We use this annotation of negative angles. Why? We'll get to see when we will be solving it for a particular plot of a kind of a system. Why we are using this terminology? That is the easiest thing we can do here. Now where do we draw these lines? The next thing comes. So we draw this on graph paper. Now if we have to draw a diagram on a graph paper with entire ranges of this polar term r and theta, how will it be? It will be in the form of concentric circles with certain radius, phase angle, certain radius, phase angles. And see here, that is why we have shown here as this is the baseline, 0 and 180 degree, here it is 90 degree and 270 degree, and see here with different radiuses we have different phase angles. See here something 75, 60 degree, 135 degree, 225 degree. ठीक है. तो ये क्या आ रहा है, एक कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कुलर डायग्राम आ रहा है. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इन कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल लाइंस के ही अकॉर्डिंगली मैग्नीट्यूड और फेज एंगल को रिप्रेजेंट कर पाते हैं किसी सिस्टम में. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू हैव टू सी मैग्नीट्यूड, दिस वन हियर इज द मैग्नीट्यूड एंड दिस इज द लाइन ऑफ माइनस सपोज 150 डिग्री हियर. सो वी हैव मैग्नीट्यूड एंड माइनस 150 डिग्री एंड so on is the terminologies how to represent any transfer function in frequency domain on a graph paper in polar format. Now let's understand what are the steps how to draw a polar plot. So there are certain steps, let us see how. First things first, polar plot में what are we trying to do? We are trying to plot magnitude of transfer function as well as phase angle of transfer function for entire range of frequency. ठीक है. What is the meaning of entire range of frequency? From 0 till infinite, entire range of frequencies. ठीक है. How will we draw? The next question comes, how will we draw? So we will obtain 4 points for a plot, and by joining all those points we can draw a plot. How are we going to obtain those 4 points? So we will determine the starting point of the plot, the ending point of the plot, the real intercept of the plot and the imaginary intercept of the plot. मतलब ये जो हम लोगों ने अभी जो एक्सप्रेशन शो किए थे एंगल्स का पोलर प्लेन पे, दिस वाज अ लाइन ऑफ, वी आर नॉट ड्राइंग द एंटायर सर्कल एवरी सिंगल टाइम, ठीक है, आई एम ओनली कंसिडरिंग perpendicular axis only. So it becomes 0 degree, it was minus 90. See, we don't write plus annotation here. So minus 90, minus 180, minus 270. ये पूरा entire domain है. इस entire domain में what we have to do is we have to start the graph by locating starting point. How do we do that? Now अगर हम कहते हैं कि हमें entire range में चाहिए, तो entire range का मतलब क्या होता है? From minimum value to maximum value. So what we will do is we will substitute omega is equal to 0 in the magnitude as well as angle. How? Since we know, if we have, let us imagine we have an open loop control system represented by G of S. What we have done? We have represented it in terms of G of j omega. ठीक है? In frequency domain, this is what we are doing. Now we represent it in terms of magnitude of G of j omega and angle of G of j omega. Magnitude और angle में represent कर लिया. अब क्या करें? We will obtain starting point of the plot by substituting omega is equal to 0 in both magnitude and angle. We will get a specific point with magnitude and angle which we can locate on this graph and mark it as a starting point. ठीक है. Second thing is at ending point. How we will do that? What is the ending point? It is entire range, and entire range means ending point of the frequency is infinite. So what we will do is we will substitute omega is equal to infinity, where both places magnitude and angle. तो infinity पर magnitude omega is equal to infinity पर जो magnitude obtain हो रहा है और जो angle obtain हो रहा है उसको भी mark कर लेंगे. That is the point where it is terminating. ठीक है, anywhere in the domain. Next thing is we will determine two things. How? That is a matter of concern. What are those two things? Those two things are intercept on real axis and intercept on imaginary axis. Now see, we are aware of this fact that this G of j omega is represented in terms of magnitude and angle. ठीक है. So can't we represent it in terms of r plus j theta kind of a system? या a plus jb, x plus jy, any kind of complex number. I am really trying to tell you is हम इसको एक कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर के फॉर्मेट, सिर्फ एक सिंगल कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर के फॉर्मेट में रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं, चाहे जितना भी tedious expression क्यों ना हो. And once we have represented a system in terms of magnitude and angle, real part and imaginary part, it is very easy for us to analyze how to draw, how to obtain real intercept and imaginary intercept. What we will do, we know that what is the meaning of the term real intercept. Real axis पे कहीं graph intercept कर रहा है. जब real axis पे intercept करेगा तो what will be the condition there? There at that time imaginary values will be equal to 0. Since we have both magnitude and angle which can be represented as, let's write x plus jy. ठीक है. It is represented by a complex number x plus jy. How will we represent it? We will simply do rationalization. We will simply do rationalization and separate real part and imaginary part. Now, if we have to determine real intercept only, what does that mean? this imaginary intercept, this imaginary part is equal to 0. That means we will substitute that imaginary part equal to 0, whatever the condition which we will obtain from there, यानी ओमेगा की जो भी वैल्यू ऑब्टेन होगी, सिंपली कहें तो उस वैल्यू को क्या कर देंगे हम लोग, रियल पार्ट में सब्स्टिट्यूट कर देंगे. इससे क्या मिल जाएगा हमें, ग्राफ रियल एक्सिस को कहाँ कट कर रहा है. ठीक है, सिंपल सा चीज़ है. सिमिलरली जब हमें इमेजिनरी एक्सिस का इंटरसेप्ट चाहिए तो इमेजिनरी एक्सिस पे क्या है, रियल टर्म नहीं है. तो व्हाट वी विल डू, दिस रियल पार्ट को 0 को इक्वेट कर दो. What will happen in this case if this real part is equated to 0? We will get again a condition of omega where this real part is becoming 0. That omega condition, if we substitute in the imaginary part, what we will get? The intercept of imaginary axis. So hence we have obtained 4 points, starting, ending, real axis intercept and imaginary axis intercept. By joining all these 4 points, we will be obtaining polar plot. Now let's quickly see a very simple polar plot of our expression g of j omega is equal to j omega. That means a system is gs is equal to s. Let's, for a simple pole at simple zero at origin, let's consider how to draw a polar plot. What is the first thing to do? First thing to do is substitute s with the j omega. We have done that already. Now what next? Represent it in terms of magnitude and phase angle. So let's do that also. See, it is g of j omega, we can write it as 0 plus j omega. ठीक है. When we have to represent it in terms of magnitude, we can write root under 0 square plus omega square. Magnitude becomes only omega. And phase angle is tan inverse imaginary upon real, that means omega by 0, which is tending to infinity, and tan is infinity at 90 degree. Okay, so it becomes 90 degree. See here, angle is always constant here. It is not a function of omega in this case, it is always 90 degree, and magnitude is simply omega. The omega changes, magnitude changes, angle is always 90 degree. Now, what we have to do? We have to obtain those 4 points which we have just now discussed. The first point was to obtain starting point where omega is equal to 0, the magnitude and angle when omega is 0. So when omega is 0, magnitude is 0, simple hai. Angle is, since angle is not dependent on omega, it will always be 90 degree. Second thing, when omega is equal to infinity, the end point, omega becomes infinity, then magnitude becomes infinity here. Angle again is independent of omega, so it will be 90 degree only. Now comes the point of real intercept and imaginary intercept. See here, we have directly direct representation in terms of rationalized expression of real and imaginary part. See here, real part is always 0 here. ठीक है, यहाँ तो आया ही नहीं है रियल पार्ट कुछ. रियल पार्ट कुछ नहीं आया तो ओमेगा ही कुछ नहीं आ रहा है. रियल पार्ट कुछ नहीं आ रहा, ओमेगा. और अगर आप देखोगे इमेजिनरी तो ये पूरा एक्सप्रेशन ही कितना है, जे ओमेगा, कंप्लीट इमेजिनरी एक्सेस ओनली. और रियल एक्सेस को कहाँ टच कर रहा है ये, सिर्फ और सिर्फ 0 पर ही. ओमेगा कोई फंक्शन ही नहीं है. तो दैट मीन्स व्हाट, द इंटरसेप्ट, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट रियल इंटरसेप्ट, it is, there is no real term but for 0 term. So this is the only point, origin, this is the only point, this point is the only point which is intercepting with real axis. And what about imaginary axis? For all values of omega it is touching imaginary value. See, it is only simply j omega. For all values of omega it is touching imaginary axis. Now what do we understand by this? We understand our starting point was 0 and ending point is infinity. It is going to entire imaginary axis only. What is the solution we have? Polar plot at positive real axis. Why positive real axis? Plus 90 degrees, that only. Correct? Now what about when there is a pole at origin? That means g of s is equal to 1 upon s. Substitute s with j omega, written 1 plus j omega. Now again, Let's write about the magnitude. We can write it as 1 upon 0 plus j omega. When we represent it in terms of magnitude, we can write 1 upon omega. Simple है, ठीक है ना. And when we talk about angle, what can we write? ऊपर तो numerator है, we can write it as 1 plus j 0 if we want to. If we want to, we can write as 1 plus j 0. Angle can be written as tan inverse 0 upon 1. Tan inverse 0, tan is 0 at 0 degree only. So no need to fuss around with the constant numerator. At numerator, it is always going to be 1. No need to worry about it. See here denominator में. When we are talking about magnitude, it is root under real part plus imaginary part का whole square. Real part का square plus imaginary part का square. So root under omega square becomes only omega. So this is the entire magnitude. And when we are talking about angle, numerator में तो tan inverse 0 upon 1 is 0 degree. Something upon complex number में representation हो तो angle में minus आता है. We have learned this much about complex numbers. So how can we write it as? We can write it as tan inverse omega by 0. And what is omega by something upon 0 is infinite, tending to infinity. And where is tan infinity? At 90 degree. So magnitude becomes 1 upon omega, angle becomes minus 90 degree. What do we get? See here, 1 upon omega and angle is minus 90 degree. Now starting point, ending point, same business. When we substitute omega equal to 0, what at starting, for obtaining starting point, what do we get? 1 upon 0 tends to infinite. Magnitude is infinity, angle is independent of omega. Similarly, what about ending point? When omega becomes infinite, 1 upon infinity tends to 0, angle is again independent of omega. Now again 1 upon, see here, this is a complex number. We rationalize it, or we can write it as 1 upon j omega can be written as minus j omega, right? Can be written as, no? 1 upon j omega can be, if you have to write it in terms of one rational complex number, we can write it as 0 minus j omega. 1 upon j is minus j, ठीक है. 1 upon j by omega, I am really sorry, ठीक है. 1 upon j can be written as minus j, ना. So see here again, real part intercept में तो कुछ आया ही नहीं, only origin, no other term, because it is real term is forever 0. What about imaginary term? It is 1 upon omega. That means for all values of omega it is touching imaginary axis. But the phase angle is minus 90. And what is the line where we have seen of minus 90? This only. This is plus 270 or minus 90 degree. And it is starting from infinity and ending at 0. See here, starting point infinity आया था, ending 0 आया था. Hence the direction becomes from infinity to 0 entire imaginary axis. Now let's begin with the polar plot of first order system. What we have to do? Simple है, मैग्नीट्यूड निकालेंगे, फेज एंगल निकालेंगे, ओमेगा 0 पे, इन्फिनिटी पे, रैशनलाइज करेंगे, रियल पार्ट अलग, इमेजिनरी पार्ट अलग, सब्स्टिट्यूटेड टू 0, वी गेट द वैल्यूज. हाउ? लाइक सो. मैग्नीट्यूड निकाला हमने, ठीक है. फेज एंगल निकालेंगे तो सी 1 अपॉन माइनस टैन इनवर्स ओमेगा टी अपॉन 1, ठीक है. नाउ जब ओमेगा इक्वल टू 0 करेंगे, यहाँ पर ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 0 करो, क्या आ रहा है? सिर्फ 1. ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 0 पे 1 आ रहा है. ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू इन्फिनिटी करेंगे तो क्या आएगा? डिनोमिनेटर में इनफाइनाइट का मतलब मैग्नीट्यूड 0 आ गया. एंगल की बात कर ले, 0 डिग्री पे 0 ही रहता है, इन्फिनिटी 90 डिग्री पर, एंड आउटसाइड इट इज माइनस, तो माइनस 90, ठीक है. मतलब आपको ग्राफ क्या दिख रहा है? इस क्वाड्रेंट में वैरी करता हुआ दिख रहा है, 0 डिग्री से माइनस 90 डिग्री के बीच में. नाउ व्हाट वी विल डू? 1 अपॉन 1 प्लस टी जे ओमेगा, इसको क्या करेंगे हम लोग? रैशनलाइज करेंगे, 2 कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर का फॉर्मेट आएगा, रियल इमेजिनरी इंटरसेप्ट वेरीफाई करेंगे. व्हेन डू इट बाय योरसेल्फ एंड यू विल सी अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग. रियल एक्सिस में इंटरसेप्ट ये सेम पॉइंट पर कर रहा है और इमेजिनरी एक्सिस पे भी सेम पॉइंट पर कर रहा है. व्हाट कैन वी डू? We have only 2 points now. Here we have to start, here we have to end. What do we do? Simply join. And when we have it in terms of numerator, that is 1 plus t of j omega, 1 plus st जिस फॉर्मेट में रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, तो it will always come as a straight line on upper half and it will begin from a point 1. Why? Because magnitude is root under 1 plus t square omega square. When omega is 0, magnitude is 1. Starting point तो omega 0 पर 1 ही रहने वाला है. Ending point when omega becomes infinity, numerator becomes infinity. Phase angle की बात करें तो 90 डिग्री tan inverse omega by 1. जब ओमेगा 0 है तो 0 डिग्री है, ओमेगा इन्फिनिटी है तो 90 डिग्री है. मतलब इस क्वाड्रेंट में 0 से प्लस 90 वाले क्वाड्रेंट में ग्राफ हमेशा लाई करेगा. When you will rationalize it, so there is no need of rationalization. It is already in the form of 1 plus t j omega only. तो रियल पार्ट का इंटरसेप्ट क्या दिख रहा है? हमेशा ही 1. और इमेजिनरी पार्ट क्या दिख रहा है? t इंटू ओमेगा, ऑलवेज फॉर ऑल एवरी वैल्यू ऑफ ओमेगा. What is the option left for us? To draw it like this only. A similar is the story for second order system. When we start substituting the values of s, s, j, omega, the process is ditto same. We obtain the value of magnitude, phase angle, obtain it in terms and substitute the value of omega as 0 starting point. See here, magnitude we are getting as 1, phase angle tan 0, both the sides we get 0 degree. For omega as infinity we get magnitude as 0, angle as minus 180 degree. See here, कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है? 0 से minus 180. समझ रहे हो? एक ये पूरी रेंज कवर करेगा. दिस इज 0 डिग्री, दिस इज minus 180 डिग्री. तो एंगल ये पूरी रेंज कवर करेगा. ठीक है. वी हैव गॉट स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट, वी हैव गॉट एंडिंग पॉइंट. वी डू रैशनलाइजेशन, वी विल गेट द रियल एंड इमेजिनरी इंटरसेप्ट. अगेन यू विल सी रियल इंटरसेप्ट जो आएगा वो सेम पॉइंट पर आएगा. यू कैन वेरीफाई. Imaginary intercept we are getting some values and it is in minus, we will get that. So what we are getting here? Negative real intercept मिल रहा है, negative imaginary intercept मिल रहा है. ठीक है. कैसे मिल रही है ये चीज़? ओरिजिनल फंक्शन को जब हम रैशनलाइज करेंगे ना, तो देयर ओनली वी विल सी इट विल कम इन द फॉर्म ऑफ r माइनस जे एक्स काइंड ऑफ सिस्टम. ठीक है. ये x माइनस जे वाई जो भी आप लिखना चाहें, तो ये माइनस जे एनोटेट ही कर रहा है कि जो इंटरसेप्ट मिलेगा हमें नेगेटिव में ही मिलेगा. यू कैन सिंपली, इट इज़ वेरी सिंपल कैलकुलेशन, यू कैन सॉल्व बाय योर ओन सेल्फ एंड वेरीफाई इट. नाउ सी वी हैव गॉट 3 points 1, 2, 3. Starts from here, end here, has to pass this point. What is the option left? Begin, go through the negative intercept and end towards 180. Make sure we have graph in this coordinate, in this quadrant also, because angle का range vary कर रहा है 0 से 180 degree entirely. That's it. Thank you very much.